You're listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie Hart and Jason Cundy still to come. We want to hear from everyone, all of you lot who got embarrassed tonight. Get in touch. 03 717 223344. West Ham, they lost again tonight against Wolves despite being 2-1 up. Graham Potter's side have now let in 11 goals in 3 games. It's been speaking to talkSPORT tonight after throwing the game away.
I thought lots of positives. I thought the first half we were probably the better team. I thought we were lucky to go a goal down. I think that the manner of the first goal sums up where we're at the moment. They hit the post and rebound straight to them and it goes in. But I thought the performance in the first half was solid. I said create some chances. I thought the response second half was good. We scored 2 good goals, and then probably the substitutions turned the game for them a little bit. We weren't able to hang on, and obviously disappointed to go out.
That was a little tweak at half-time to move Jared into wider areas, was it, just to try and get him into the game a little bit more?
No, not really. We had that idea in the first half, but I think just Kyle and James just grew into the game a bit more, and yeah, it's nice to see him influence the game. Fantastic cross for the second goal, and obviously pleased for Kyle as well. I thought he did well.
The fans seemed frustrated, obviously, with the start. 11 goals conceded in the first 3 games. Did seem to boil over at the end towards Jared, who went over on a bit of a confrontation. Have you spoke to Jared about that at all yet?
No, not really. He's obviously hurting because giving everything in the game. You know, he's the captain. He cares a lot about the club. Cares a lot about the team. You can see the players are working hard. You can see the players are giving everything. I thought today there was no lack of effort at all from the boys. And it is what it is. It's just an exchange of views. Obviously, our supporters, of course, are hurting as well, and they obviously care about the club and they want us to win. So it's a pretty normal reaction, really.
And having got yourself back into the game, how disappointing was that last 10 minutes?
Yeah, it was very disappointing because, like I said, over the course of the 90 minutes, we put a lot in, but obviously not enough. And that's something we have to accept, but at the same time, build on the positives. There was a lot there, I thought, in the game. Like I said, the performance level was a lot better for us, and we have to take that forward.
Yeah, that was Graham Potter speaking after the game. Jared Bowen's obviously come out in his Instagram story, and this is what he said. He said, "Apologies to the fans for tonight's reaction. I'm someone who is passionate and will fight every time I step on the pitch, but I need to set a better example. And you fans know how much I love you and this club. We ride through the bad times together, and I see you all on Sunday." Let's go to Kieran. He's a West Ham fan. Kieran?
All right, Kieran.
Hello, good evening, lads. You okay?
All right, mate. Was you at the game?
Yeah, I was indeed, mate, yeah.
Did you see the reaction from Jared Bowen?
Yeah, it was much ado about nothing, to be honest. I think it's been blown out of proportion, but when you're struggling, things do tend to get taken out of proportion. I mean, there was some crosswords, but it wasn't as big as social media's made it.
Right.
Well, I mean, the fact he's come out and apologised shows that he feels that something has to be said, you know. And you're right. I saw the incident, and it isn't a great deal. The fact it was his reaction, wasn't it, that you think what's happened, what's been said. But after a performance like that, and after what's happened in the previous 2 Premier League games, he's right. He cares. He you know, it matters, and you can see that it matters to him.
Of course, and I think he's just frustrated because we've had a really good pre-season. Things under Potter, everything seems good in-house with the team, and it's just felt like the start of last season under Lopetegui again.
I mean, how much is this down to Potter, do you think? Well, because the squad itself, like I watched my mob against your mob on Friday, right? And it was boys v men. But when you look at the squad, you look at the team, there was Juve at left-back, who I thought actually had a good game. I'm not too sure about the 2 centre-halves at all. Obviously, you got Bowen and Paquetá. They're the 3 that I feel you've got to try and build your team around. But how can you do that around 3? You know, the rest of the team, I mean, Ward-Prowse, good player, you know, hasn't got legs. Souček, the midfield, is it?
They're miles off it.
Has it got enough energy, enough legs about it?
This team's nowhere near good enough.
No, the midfield's the biggest problem. It's very ham sandwich with no butter and a bottle of water, ready sorted crisps.
What's the filling in the sandwich? What's the filling? What's the filling?
Crisps.
Just crisps in the sandwich?
No butter.
The filling, I reckon it would probably have to be.
Let's go to Jordan, who's a West Ham fan. Jord,
All right, Jord.
Hello, all right, lads.
How you doing?
how are you, Jord?
Well, I've had better days, let's be honest, but I could have I spent my evening a better way, but there you go. Say no more. Same old West Ham.
Mhm.
I mean, we can sit here and talk about Graham Potter and the players, but my biggest issue with the club's the board. And I think a lot of West Ham fans are feeling that way right now, to be honest. They are so out of touch with this fan base. Our board. Selling our best players to Spurs for peanuts. I don't know. And it looks like there's no activity in the window getting people in. I just don't know what the hell they're doing, really, to be honest.
Yeah, there's been a lot of chatter about that, and not just this season. You know, it did go quiet under David Moyes. It felt, but it's always been in the background for me. That that constant is going to be obviously Sullivan and Brady, and that's where it's.
The thing is, it tailed off with Moyes at the end. Obviously, you know, we had some bad results. But I was saying to my mate Josh earlier, right? It shows how good of a job he did in the early days with us, with what he had to work with. Yeah. And we've had so many managers come in, and it's the only common denominator is this board.
Yeah, they've come in for a bit of clog.
They've got to go. And like, obviously, as a West Ham fan, I get a lot of banter for people saying we've got to be careful what we wish for. Yeah. As far as we're concerned, we didn't want to move stadiums. We were told we'd get a world-class stadium with a world-class team. And we've had nothing for the last 9 years, bar obviously winning the Conference League. But that ain't down to the stadium at all. So it's just like we've got every right.
Bunch,
we've got every right to be I'm going backwards, if anything.
You got Forest at the weekend, by the way.
I'm going up to that as well. I mean, I'm not looking forward to it.
Glut for punishment.
Yes, it's just more punishment. I just don't know where to go with the club. To be honest, it's like you can only blame the managers so often. It's like they appoint them. The board appoint the managers. David Sullivan's obviously involved heavily in the transfers, whether he likes to admit it or not. And we've signed however many strikers over the last 9-10 years, and say no more about that. It's just like, where is the club going?
I want to ask you. I want to ask about Fulkrug as well. He was. Yeah. I mean, I thought his performance against Chelsea was pretty pathetic. You know, going down, looking for cheap free kicks, moaning. Yeah. Honestly, he's not someone you want in your team when you're trying to fight for everything. He bailed out and he got pulled off, didn't he, at half time?
Yeah, he got taken off at half time. It's a shame because it's like obviously I was just listening about the reaction with Jared after the game, and we had a similar reaction from Fulkrug on Sky Sports last year. Like we want a bit of passion, as you know. That's all we're asking for. But Fulkrug as well, since the start of the season, he's gone missing as well. Whether he can stay fit or not.
He piped up last season as well, didn't he? Give it to Biggin, talking about this and that and more passion and really and truthfully, ever since I've seen him in a West Ham shirt, he's been terrible.
Well, he can't stay fit. He spent most of last season on the bench. And like what you were saying earlier, the midfield is like, you know, I love Souček to bits, but there's no legs at all in our midfield. And like, I just lost for words, to be honest. It's just painful to see what's going on with the football club.
Jordan, I feel your pain, bud. I feel it. I can hear it in your voice. You're going to go through it again on Sunday, aren't you? What? Forest away. What time are you leaving the house, Jord?
Well, I live in Worcester, so I'll leave at about sort of 10 o'clock.
Okay, so it's quite close for you then. So you could actually leave at half time and be home, couldn't you?
Exactly. I mean, I'm debating giving me ticket back and just watching the highlights of the match of the day, to be honest.
It's not a good time at West Ham, is it? I don't know where they go though. I don't know where they turn right now. Like,
no.
I feel like they're just all over the place.
Is it not feel that maybe Potter's set up to kind of fail here?
Yeah, but when he come in, I thought it was a really...
I agree. I thought the point...
decent appointment. And I thought, okay, you know what? That's not bad, That's a decent appointment with a half-decent track record. All right, it didn't work out at Chelsea, but it was a mess there, right? You can agree with that. But he's gone there, and I thought, yeah, you know what? That could work. If they give him the tools, I think he can make it work. But I don't feel like he've got the tools.
No.
Apart from Jared Bowen, I mean, they sold Kudus to us, which is ridiculous. Paquetá looks like he don't really want to be there. Jared Bowen is the only player I look at and go, he's a decent, proper West Ham player. The rest of them, I'm like, bang average. Like, really bang average.
Well, they were terrible against Chelsea, mate. I mean, I don't think we actually played particularly well, to be honest. Yeah, we were 3-1 up at half-time. And I thought we were pretty bang average, in all honesty. But the fact we come away 3-1 and then won it 5-1, I think said more about West Ham, to be honest, than it did about us. We were just ruthless. They were terrible Friday.
They've fallen a long way. Let's go to Avran. He's a West Ham fan. Avran.
Cheers for having me on.
All right,
cheers, lads. Cheers.
Avran, what's going on, mate? I mean, this can't continue.
Nah, it's shocking. And for me, like the last call of Joel. So,
Right, keep your calls coming in. West Ham fans, you want to have your say? Who's in trouble here? Because Graham Potter cannot keep performing like this. 03 717 22 3344.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.